changed just now. Did you make food the other day at my parents' place? Hello, Jasmine. Yeah, I did. Since your mother threw out her back, I spent a few days over there helping out with the chores. Though, other than food, your father took care of everything. Ah, that's what it was about? So, my dad was able to do the household chores? I'd never actually seen him do them. Your mother was surprised too. So, even though I said I would help, there really wasn't much to do. Your dad actually did most of it. I got super lucky, I guess. Really? So, you thought you'd score some more points again with them. Probably thought this was your lucky chance, right? Score some more points? Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. You're desperate to get them to like you, aren't you? That's why you come and try to help in any way possible. Well, they are my in-laws, so it's normal for me to be worried about them. It's not really about scoring points. I want to help out if I can. Yeah, whatever you say. It seems they're completely thrilled with you. You did well, even if you were just sucking up to them. I really didn't do it for that reason. I was just honestly worried. They're slowing down a bit, and I can tell things are getting tougher for them. You don't need to hide it. I know you're probably amazed with how rich my family is compared to yours. I know that's why you're trying to get on their good side. Well, I do in fact want them to like me, but it's just because I want to get along with my husband's parents. It has nothing to do with them being wealthy or not. Isn't it normal that I would want to take good care of them? Yeah, let's pretend like that's it. So, what did you make for them? Potato stew or something like that? Yeah, actually, potato stew. Is there something wrong with that? Really? Wait, you really made them potato stew? Are you kidding me? Yeah, what's the big deal? My parents just sent me a bunch of vegetables. OMG! So they ate those peasant vegetables? My family has different standards from yours. I can't believe they actually ate potato stew. Actually, they both said that it was delicious. They also thought my family's vegetables were great. Yeah, that's just because they're being polite. That's really too bad. I bet they puked it right up when you weren't looking. Looks like you won't be scoring points this time after all. Would you please stop calling it scoring points? That way of saying it is rude to your parents too. You make it seem like they're keeping tally of who they like. Don't preach to me. I know my parents way better than you do. Just because they faked liking your peasant stew doesn't mean they actually like you. Slow your roll. I don't think I'm getting too excited. I'm just saying that things are different from how you're putting it. I'm sorry if I upset you. You're honestly so annoying. You sucking up to my parents is causing problems for me, so just cut it out. Causing you problems? How so? I had no intention to cause any trouble for you. They've been sending me less money recently. That's because they've been sending things to you. Because of you, I couldn't get the bag that I wanted. I'm sorry, but that's their decision. I never asked them to send me anything. It's good for you, isn't it? You just send them some ordinary stuff and they send you back expensive stuff in return. Before, you sent them some vegetables and in return you got back some expensive steaks, right? You figured out how to print money. That's not what I think of it. I'm not kind to people for my own benefit. Also, please don't make fun of my family's vegetables. My parents put in a lot of effort for those and they really are top quality. Oh my god. Are you trying to act like the good girl? Like I told you, that's not what I'm doing. Whatever. I'm worried I'll become poor just talking to you. It's really gross seeing you try to suck up to rich people. You're really conniving. You know that? Hey, Hannah! What have you been whispering in Andy's ear? When I mentioned you to him, he suddenly got mad at me. Whispering in his ear? What is this about? You always seem to find a way to make it seem like I'm doing something sneaky. Oh, so you did say something. Because you're still angry about what happened the other day? So you actually tried to make it seem like I was the one bad-mouthing him? I have no idea what you're talking about. I really don't remember saying anything. If he said something to you rather than me, isn't that because there's a problem with you? Why are you acting like you're better than me? It's so annoying. Oh, well, I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't marry Andy in order to get along well with you. Anyway, didn't he just get angry with you because you were talking bad about me? You sure are feisty for a sister-in-law. Don't you have any respect for your husband's family, aka me? Lately, he's been criticizing me a lot. I know it has something to do with you. Before he married you, it wasn't like this. Give me back my nice brother. You've tainted him. He's a grown adult. He's independent and has his own family. He's not just going to be your little brother who does whatever you say forever. It's not just about him. My parents also used to be nice to me, but lately they've been comparing me to you and complaining all the time. It's because you've messed everything up. Take some responsibility for your actions. Please stop trying to play the blame game with everything. What? Is your head screwed on right enough? You're saying I'm playing the blame game? Isn't that what you're doing right now? No, I'm recognizing the source of the problem, and it's you. So of course I'm going to be angry with you. Well, both of your parents and my husband were saying the same thing. What? What were they saying? That they always had to scold you for your behavior. You had a bad attitude when you were a kid, and you still act selfish at times now. So aren't you the one that needs to improve? OMG! What are you saying? That was a long time ago. That has nothing to do with right now. Of course it has everything to do with right now. This is the result of your behavior over the past years just piling up. Don't blame someone else for that, please. You need to look at yourself before you start pointing the finger at others. I don't need to hear this from some broke loser. We weren't even talking about that stuff right now. If I think you're to blame for this, then you're the one to blame for it. What? Feelings don't dictate the truth of a situation. Please control your emotions. Do you really think that kind of childish logic is going to fly? You joined this family like 2 seconds ago. Don't try to act like you're better than me. I'm your sister-in-law. You should respect me. Plus, you've got an awfully big attitude for the daughter of peasant farmers from the boonies. It's just as Andy said. You really don't listen to what other people are saying, do you? I don't know if it was always this way, but now that you're older, shouldn't you try to stop being selfish? I don't care about that stuff, so apologize already. I'm sorry for pretending like I'm better than you or something like that. None of this would be happening if it weren't for you. Okay then. So if I apologize, then things will be better? That's right. I mean, if you had it in you to apologize, then you should have just apologized from the start, but whatever. You're so dumb. Having taken on a condescending tone, I apologize from the bottom of my heart. And when are you coming here? Huh? What are you talking about? Do you think that's enough? You think you can just apologize by text and you're done? Surely you don't think that, right? You can't possibly be poor and stupid. You're asking me to do more than what I've already done? Huh? You really don't have common sense, do you? Of course you need to come and apologize in person. So come here and bring an apology gift too. Then I'll forgive you. That's not going to happen. If you want someone to entertain you like that, then please find someone else. I'm not going to play your games with you anymore. Wow, you've got some attitude on you. So you can't even apologize like a proper grown-up? That's the thing about people from the boonies. It's too bad people like you don't get properly educated. How about you? Were you educated properly? Don't you think that your parents would disapprove of your attitude? Would you shut up already? I'm tired of listening to broke, sore losers. Anyway, just come and apologize, okay? Hannah, did you send your stupid peasant vegetables here again? Are you trying to harass us? It's annoying for us, so please stop. It's not harassment. Your parents specifically asked for them, and we're so happy when they came. Selling those at a farmer's market would bring in a ton of money. They're not just ordinary vegetables. You don't need to pretend to be rich. It's easy to see right through you. Peasant vegetables would never be expensive. That's very judgmental of you. Our vegetables happen to be well known for their sweetness. Sweetness? Sweet vegetables sound disgusting. Plus, I had some and they tasted no different than regular stuff in the supermarket. And I would know. I'm used to eating high-class French food. I don't really have a palate for cheap food. Oh, I'm glad to hear you tried some. Yeah, my mom made some food with them for me. I didn't get the big deal, though. Mom told me I should eat more because they're special or whatever nonsense you told her. I think it's a waste of time, though. Yes, please have a proper taste. You should taste that they have a unique sweetness. I just had some right now, and yeah, I don't taste any sweetness. Yeah, turns out peasant vegetables are pretty bad. If this is expensive, then it's a huge ripoff. Maybe you should have your tongue checked by a doctor? Or maybe your whole family? Well, if you're going to go that far, I'm not going to hold back anymore. I'll be canceling my contract with your husband. It's really too bad, but I really have no choice at this point. What? My husband? Wait a second. What are you talking about? Oh, you didn't know? Our vegetables are used at your husband's restaurant. I think about half of their vegetables are from us. Huh? What? I didn't hear about that from him. I think you're full of it. I've delivered the vegetables there myself many times, so I'm 100% sure. I also met Andy through your husband. You didn't know? Stop with the jokes. You didn't hear about this from your husband? Talking about work is boring, so I don't listen. Even if I had heard about you from him, there's no way I would remember it. But my husband is running a high-class French restaurant. There's no way he would use cheap ingredients like these. And he certainly wouldn't use ingredients that I thought tasted bad. Okay. If you say so, then I guess that must be how it is. So our vegetables don't suit the palate of my highly confident sister-in-law? No, of course not. Because they're peasant vegetables. You should thank me for even eating them. My husband would flip out if those vegetables were used at his restaurant. Okay then. So I'll just tell my parents that we are stopping the contract. Would you please let your husband know for me? Okay. If you really do have a contract, then I would ask him to cancel it myself anyway. Besides, these kinds of lies get exposed very quickly, so maybe you should stop? You're welcome to think whatever you want. Just tell your husband for me, okay? Oh, I will inform my parents of your opinion regarding our vegetables. It will be noted for future reference. Yeah, I get it. You don't stop, do you? Don't worry, I'll be sure to tell my husband. We'll have a good laugh about all this nonsense that you made up. Your tongue isn't the only thing that's messed up. Poor and stupid. You really are the definition of hopelessness. I'm gonna call you over and over again, so answer already! Sorry, I was in the middle of work. Is something wrong? Is something wrong? What do you think? Hurry up and return the contract to how it was before! Right now! Oh, is that what this is about? The contract between my family and your husband's restaurant? I suppose you found out that I wasn't making it up. Yes! Your parents told my husband the reason for stopping the contract. He got really angry, saying I was trying to ruin his business. I think he's going to ask for a divorce. He was super mad at me. So that means you want me to reinstate the contract? But you said that our vegetables can't be used because they taste bad. Are you sure it's really okay for me to reinstate the contract? Is it okay for your husband to use our peasant vegetables? Stop being annoying and just do what I say. It's fine, so just go back to how it was. Do the contract again. Aren't you going to listen to what I want? Impossible. What? Why? If you tell him that it was your misunderstanding, the whole thing will be fixed. I phrased that poorly. It's not that it's impossible. It's that I'm totally unwilling. What? I'm saying that we'll go back to using your peasant vegetables in our restaurant. We decided it's okay. The right thing is for you to thankfully reinstate the contract. The one who wants the contract reinstated is not me, but you, right? You haven't once said sorry to me for what you said, let alone realize this whole situation came about because of you. That's why I'm being amicable. I'm saying we'll take the trouble to reinstate the contract with you. Amicable? Are you being serious? Don't make it seem like you're doing us any favors. Of course I'm being serious. If I wasn't, I wouldn't have contacted you. You're the one who needs to quit joking. If that's true, is it okay for me to send these messages to your husband? If you're being serious, then that's not a problem, right? We don't need to do that, do we? After being yelled at by him, I was a bit flustered. So I guess my tone with you may have been a little impatient. Did you look at the things you wrote? You weren't just a little impatient. It was like you weren't remorseful at all. Like you were ordering me around. I'm apologizing! So it's all good now, right? Why do you talk like that? You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm not changing my mind. It's impossible to have an actual conversation with you. Wait! Hold on, for real. So it's okay with you that we get divorced because of this? Because of me? You can't possibly be that delusional. I think it's the fault of the person who has been ridiculing a family and looking down on people. All right, I get it. I'm sorry. I'll apologize. So for real, don't send the messages to my husband. Oops, I already sent the screenshots. OMG, you did? You haven't really done that, have you? I think you'll find out pretty soon if I really did or not. Stop joking! You better not have sent them. Wait a second. My husband and parents won't stop calling me! Maybe it's about the screenshots I sent him? Your husband's restaurant is closed at this time, right? Yeah, he must be preparing for dinner service right now. Whatever! Why are you doing things like this? I didn't give you permission to send those messages to him. I don't need your permission. I got it from your brother. What? Why would he say that? Wait, you're together right now? Then tell him to do something about this. I don't think that's possible. Your attitude towards me and my parents has gotten him pretty angry. He told me to do as I please. You don't need to listen to him. Anyway, do something to fix this quickly. My phone won't stop ringing and it's freaking me out. What's happening over there is really not my concern. I think an apology for having said that my family's vegetables taste bad would be first. And take back calling us peasants. All right, fine. I'm sorry. So, since I'm apologizing, tell my husband and my parents you made a mistake, okay? If you're really going to apologize, then do it quickly. I don't have all day. I'm sorry for calling you peasants. I won't say it anymore, so please forgive me already. Okay, that's fine, right? So hurry up and tell my husband that there's been a misunderstanding. Huh? That's it? That's all you're going to say? What? What do you mean, that's it? I apologized the way you told me to. Do you not have common sense? To apologize properly, you need to apologize in person. I was told that it's common sense to bring an apology gift and apologize to them at their home. What are you talking about? Is this supposed to be payback? It's not payback or anything. It's just what you taught me. Are you unable to do the thing that you were telling others to do? All right, I get it. I'll bring something over. I don't care what it takes. So please tell my husband that I apologized right away. Then you'll be satisfied, right? Okay, fine. If you actually come and apologize, then I'll message him. Are you stupid? How long do you think it takes for me to get to your place? By the time I get there, he'll have divorced me already. Well, that's your problem, isn't it? That has nothing to do with me. You're causing me so much trouble. I think we might actually get divorced. Haven't you been treated well enough up until now? My parents have been taking good care of you, haven't they? Your parents were kind to me. From you, I've gotten nothing but nastiness. It's like you're not related to them at all. That's why I apologized. Please, I don't want to get divorced. It's really gross seeing you suck up to someone just because you're in a pinch. Did you think I would forgive you so easily? Looks like your sense of taste is just as bad as your common sense. Jasmine's husband ended up finding her before she had time to come to my place and apologize. Let's just say she found herself in a rather tight situation. Her parents and her husband joined together in giving her a very harsh scolding. She also, of course, apologized again to me and my parents in person. To her credit, she actually did bring a gift. We reinstated the contract with her husband, but on the condition that it will be immediately annulled if she acts inappropriately towards me again. As for my husband, he was quite angry about the situation. He made his sister promise to no longer contact me directly. Jasmine's husband filled out the divorce papers right in front of me. He announced that if anything like that happens again, they will be getting divorced immediately. He pleaded with us to trust them again, even if only this one time. We agreed to his proposal. You might think we're being too easy on her, but we decided to forgive her if she learned how to do farm work on our friend's farm for 6 months. My sister-in-law cried so much that her eyes swelled up. She seems to have reflected on her behavior. We'll have to see how it goes for a while. But if it's to the point of crying, she really should not have acted that way in the first place. I wonder how my sister-in-law is going to change from here forward. Will she change at all? I don't know yet, but I think it would be nice if she improved even just a little. But if she isn't able to change at all, then I guess she really is the definition of hopelessness. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more.